Hello everybody, we're back again with you on our show, and this show is about the key distinctives, and the overall show is about culture.
Yeah, if you missed episode 1 on culture, that was really good. Go back and watch that. It's in this playlist. But this is key distinctives.
Yes. Now this is where we can imagine that this is a little bit more organizational, because what I'm about to tell you about culture is a little bit organizational, because it's your mission, your vision, your strategic goals, your direction, your intent, your implication, your objectives. And we can sometimes imagine those to be more organizational, but when you understand that we're talking about the culture, the feel, the heartbeat, and we're going to express that through these elements, we're actually really understanding why we go about doing it. So it's not just about, you know, the structure of the business, the organizational accountabilities, you know, the hard kind of skills.
Yep.
I want you to understand when you're doing these, we're actually putting some soft skills into the business. You're putting the soft skills of your heart, your emotion, your feel, and you're going to express that through how you write this material and how you communicate this material.
Oh, you prepped me there, because when I was listening to you, I'm thinking, are you going to, because I know you love your journals, I know you love that.
Yes.
If you missed the one on journals, listen to that one.
Yeah.
But so they do write this out.
Oh, absolutely. It's really important for you to articulate your sense. And that's what I've given this CEO.
That's going to be challenging for some people.
Oh, absolutely it is, because you've got to stop. And this is why I do my strategic hour, and I encourage people to set 1 hour aside where you get your journal and your pen, the dynamic of that feel and that touch, and do that, and to stop and think and feel the business. Get the emotion of the business and write it down, because there's so much inside of you. I find this, Michael, that many times business say to me, well, what really is my business all about? And I tell them the story is on the inside. What we want to do is let that come up to the surface and understand what really is the story. Because people tell it all the time. They tell their story, but they're not recognizing that that is my story, who I am, what I feel, how I want to move forward.
What I find when you say things like story and expressing culture, but particularly story, you know, customers love to hear your story.
Oh, they do. Oh,
they love it. I mean, we can't help it. Ever since we're little babies and mum rocked us and told us stories, it's like in our DNA. So as soon as someone starts telling you this story, how many times do we buy a book because it's the story of somebody?
And it's interesting, some of the modern writers are actually using story to actually tell the principles. So they're using heart, soft skills, as well as organizational principles.
That's my latest book.
Yeah.
Quick plug.
All right, we're going to edit that from. and what we think when we're doing our mission strategy, etc., we think that's the cold, you know, or the dynamic skills, or, you know, just the structure of the business. But when you communicate you through your mission, when you make you through your vision, through your values, through your strategy, and tell your story in the midst of that, in the language that you've chosen to use, in the heartbeat that's coming through, you're creating a way in which you can then communicate the culture settings that you actually want in and for your business, for your staff, for your suppliers, and for the community at large.
When you're just saying, and I was listening to when you were using that, and you're talking about how the words you, is it really important that, is this where your actual word sets come out you use consistently to get your message? So here you can start formulating, because you've got quite a few word sets that you use.
Oh yes, I do. I love it. You know, my motto, climb the mountain, see the view.
Yes.
It's 6 words. Now if you break them up by themselves, climb, mountain, see, and view, separate them, they can be all sorts of different things, but when you combine them out of who I am, and when I tell you the story that my passion is, my name actually means mountain in Indonesia.
Yes.
I love Indonesia. And people often go to Indonesia and they go to the airport and they see the jewelry store. The jewelry store is called John Hardy. They take photos and send it to me.
Secret business.
Yeah, and they send it to me and say, we didn't know you had this business. I have a lot of fun with it. I said, well, I'm not going to tell you. I've got lots of secrets. And so I love Indonesia. I love that. but I know my name in Indonesia, a country I love, and I've been going there 17, 18 years on a regular basis all over Indonesia.
Because you're developing cultures of it.
Absolutely.
I'll just jump in because
yes, that's part of what
there's
I'm
another
doing.
Story.
There is another story in that, and it's really, really cool.
We should
but
do that one.
I love that. Absolutely. I love that because that's part of my story. And so I want to pull that out. I want to take people to the mountaintop. I remember a friend of mine, I think he's 70, and his goal was to go to Mount Everest, to go to base camp. Now, he was wealthy enough to climb in and helicopter out.
Right. Because getting out is harder than getting in there, tell me.
Absolutely. And he was knackered. You know, and that's an Aussie word, and he was buggered as well. That was, you know, really struggled. But, you know, it was part of him engaging in his story about that. And this is the dynamic of these distinctives that go on in there for you. They help the organization express its culture through actually articulating them very clearly in story, and it's really, really powerful. You know, and the power of stories is amazing. A friend of mine called his business Group 14. The story behind it is there's only 14 people when he started his business who had climbed all 7 peaks. Only 14 people. And what he wanted to do was he wanted to help people see the uniqueness of their business, and not many do it. Now, I think there's 15 now.
Wow.
But it is interesting, not many people have had the capacity to do that. And so as he's telling this story, could you help me position my business to be unique and distinctive? Wow, what a great story.
Yes,
you know, and
absolutely.
so it communicates. And I want to take people to the top of the mountain and show them because it's inside them.
Yeah.
It really is this mountain, and I know I can help them climb it to see the view, and it's an amazing vista.
It certainly is.
So
they're going, okay,
yes,
how do I contact you, John?
So how do you contact me is john@peakconsultancy.com.au. What we'd also like you to do is to subscribe, because there's so much more content around, and click on the bell, because that way we can send the information to you, the videos and the work that we're doing to help you, because we want you, I really do want to help you climb the mountain to see the view, to bring the transformation into your world.
And don't forget, put your comments down below.
Yes, be part of the story.
Be part of the story.
Absolutely.
Get engaged, and let's share our ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's all grow together.
Absolutely.
Or climb the mountain together.
Climb the mountain, see the view. It's great fun. Thank you so much for being with us today.